Hello, all you beautiful people. I'm Mizzz Sally Pryde. That's with 3 Z's and a Y, because why not? And today we're going to be talking about kinds of gender. So, sex has to do with your physical anatomy, and it also has to do with your chromosomes and stuff like that. This is not to be confused with gender identity, which is who you are as a person. Who you are inside is not determined by your body, unless you count the brain. Try to describe the color blue in a way that satisfies all shades of blue. I don't think you can do it. There is no definite boundary for what the color blue is. There's a gradient, but there's no definite line. It's sort of like that with gender. You can't really describe it. We learn what men and women are based on our life experience. Try to fit ourselves into which group fits us best. However, that being said, not everyone fits into male or female. That's what the white represents. See, we got male, female, and non-binary. Now, non-binary is an umbrella term, which means you don't quite fit in strictly into the male or female. Now, I'm a woman. I've interacted with men, women, and non-binary people throughout my life, so I have a pretty good idea of where I fit in best. Be any color, because remember, non-binary is an umbrella term. Now, there are different ways of explaining it through that. Like, for example, there's the term agender, which means someone who does not have a gender. So then there's gender queer, which means you don't quite fit naturally into one box. So aligender is sort of this other area where it doesn't quite fit into a male gender, female gender, a neutral gender, or agender. So then there are the multigenders. You got bigender, trigender, polygender, pangender, omnigender, which means you have more than one gender identity within you. Sometimes this can be a fluid state or a continuous state, where you can feel multiple genders at the same time or change between them. And that reminds me, gender fluidity is when you switch between different genders. It can be day by day, it can be week by week, year by year, second by second, or even faster than that. It all depends on the person and who they are. Just remember, it's important to ask people what their pronouns are. And that reminds me, it's time to talk about pronouns. Pronouns are part of the English language. Half my audience is saying no shit, and then the other half of my audience is saying you're full of shit. Now, really, the answer you should be saying is no shit. This is an elementary part of the English language. It's about a whole bunch of different languages too. However, it's important to keep in mind that not everyone goes by the same set of pronouns. For me, my pronouns are she, her. So if you're not calling me Sally, then you should call me she. And if you're not sure how to use someone's pronouns, just ask in a polite way. Don't be rude about it. And not only that, some people have mixed pronouns. So someone might go by she, they, he, they, or some other set of pronouns mixed together. It's important to have that discussion with them, like, do you want to have pronouns on a certain day, certain time? How do you want this to happen? And that brings us to the demigender. Demi-girl, demi-boy, demi-non-binary. What this signifies is that someone is partially one gender or another. It might be in a gradient between colors. It might be a little bit confusing. We know what we're talking about because we've lived through it. So those were 15 kinds of gender. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, please subscribe.